Good morning, everyone. Marlene Gonzalez with Canvas Real Estate in Miami Lakes. Today, we're going to be doing what is called a Cloud CMA class. And then after our Cloud CMA, since it's the month of December, and as you noticed, I'm dressed in red, we invite everyone from the office to come on down because we have our annual, let me show you, ugly sweater party and contest starting immediately after this class, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the class rolling. I'm gonna share my screen. So you should all be seeing my screen right now. So in order to start doing a Cloud CMA, one of the first things we need to do is open up our Artec account. Remember, our technology platform, and all the tools are there. Someone asked me about the CRM this morning. Here it is on the left-hand side. Iala, are you seeing the CRM on the screen? Yes. So the Smart CRM, these are all the tools that KV Core offers. So you're able to see your contacts and your CRM to manage these people. And Irelis just joined us. Welcome, Irelis. Okay, and then on this side, on the left-hand side, we have what is called Quick Actions. And Quick Actions has all the tools to manage your business. Now, Cloud CMA is here in the middle. You see it? Where it says Cloud CMA, Nikki?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go to Cloud CMA. If you haven't gone into Cloud CMA, you should click on Cloud CMA and set up, okay, your profile, okay? In other words, your profile needs to, let me go over this, where your picture is on the upper right-hand corner, account settings. You can upload custom pages. You know what a custom page is? A custom page is maybe your resume, maybe the marketing plan that you're going to do, which is customized to your clients. Or you could have a marketing plan for a condo. You could have a marketing plan for a single family home, so on and so forth. So in account settings at the beginning, when you log in, you see my picture is there. You'll notice that the logo of Canvas was uploaded, right, Yala? And I don't know why it says Fort Lauderdale on mine. Uh-oh. I'm going to change that to Miami Lakes. Since I used to work out of so many of the offices, perhaps at one point they put me there. So I'm going to save the profile, and you're going to notice that it has my name, my email, Canvas Real Estate, the logo. And then your MLS credentials are here. And they're going to have you set up your MLS credentials from day one. So it automatically connects with the MLS when you're doing comparables. And by the way, you can add an alternate MLS. In other words, let's say you have a secondary membership, okay? The secondary membership could be Royal Palm Coast out in the west coast of Florida, where you could pull comparable sales from that MLS, okay? If somebody's not on mute, please go ahead and mute. So I'm going back to CMA. Now, Cloud CMA allows you to do a comparative market analysis, as you see here on the left side. It enables you to do a buyer's tour. Let's say you're going out and you're going to show 4 or 5 properties. Okay, so you want to do a buyer's tour to showcase the 4 or 5 properties that you're going to send to the client. You can promote a property. You could create flyers from here if you wanted to, but for the most part, we're going to do a Cloud CMA. So I've done a few, as you can see here, and you're able to view it as a PDF once it's done. You're able to view it live, interactive with the MLS on your computer, and you're able to edit it or you're able to share it. Now, when I press the 3 little dots here, Yala, right? You can copy the PDF link. You could copy the live link. You can view a slideshow. You can copy a slideshow link or email the report directly from Cloud CMA to a client. But let's say, for an example, let me see which, okay, this is one of the recent properties. Let me do this one here. So this one in particular, I want to view the slideshow. Now remember, Cloud CMA is connected to my MLS. So this was a Cloud CMA that we created. It's downloading. And it's a slideshow. And you could present that live to a customer at the listing appointment. So there were 5 properties that were sold that were similar to the subject property. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Okay. And then it went into pending homes. There was 1 property that was pending at the time. And there was 1 active listing, which is great because that meant that that seller didn't have a lot of competition. Here's the active listing. Then it gave me average comparable sales. Then it told me on average how many days were homes selling in this neighborhood, 33 days above list price. And then I was able to give him a range. You could put a suggested list price, let's say $450. Or you could do a range. So my recommendation to him was a range between $440 and $450. Now you're going to look at the comparables, but you also got to look at the property that you're listing. How does that property compare to the other properties that are on the market or have sold? Next step, sign and complete the listing agreement, enter in the MLS, schedule time to shoot property pictures, and begin the marketing efforts. Thank you. And from here, you could email it, or you could see the full CMA right from here. Isn't that a cool tool? Now, this is what we took to the listing presentation. Isn't this beautiful? Summary, right? And it gave me a detail of every single property that I identified that was similar to the subject property. And it has all the pictures, so it was cool because I was able to compare apples to apples. And then at the end, when we get to the end, there, remember that analysis report? This is an analytical report, and it gave you a summary, even per square foot. And then suggested list price as a summary. What's next to get started with the client, with the seller, and of course, contact me. So once we finish, and we're going to do an actual comparative market analysis, okay, for a new client. Now, before we get started, you got to log into the MLS. So we're going to log into the MLS. And today I'm going to log in with our colleague Iala's information because we're using hers as an example. 3399541. Obviously, you log in with your license number, and then your password is personal. Now, there's a way to do a comparative market analysis through the MLS, and I can show you. And they have this thing called Premium Top CMA. But I'm going to show you really quickly the 3 different concepts. But personally, I think Cloud CMA is the best choice because you can combine that with your listing presentation if you upload your actual listing presentation in custom pages. And you have it there for every listing presentation you need. The only thing is going to change is the address of the property and the comparables per se. But you're going to be out the door in 2 minutes flat. Okay. So I'm here. I first go to IMAP. Why do I first go to IMAP? I go to IMAP because I want to search the public record information of this property first and foremost. Now, you'll notice here it says all available MLS listings. There's 3 tabs. You have a tax search, you have an MLS search, and you have a foreclosure search tab. Hello, for farming. Okay, but today we're going to do tax search. Now you'll notice that I'm in Miami-Dade County. I can specifically state a county. If I'm not sure in what county a property is, you could go statewide. But this particular property happens to be in Miami-Dade County. Okay, and here less is better. So we're going to start putting in the addresses 19610 Southwest 121. If I want, I can search it just like that. I don't have to put avenue or street or whatever the case is and see what comes up. I think this is the property, right, Iala? Okay. Now, let me go back for a second. If it's a condo, you might need to put the unit number. If you don't know the unit number, I'll give you a good example. 15551 Southwest 104. That's a condo. So I got 24 units in this building, right? You have to see how it's recorded in public record. As you can see, it's recorded as number 811. Sometimes it's recorded as apartment, APT 811. Or sometimes it's recorded as unit 811. Luckily, there's only 24 here, but imagine a condo building that has 500 units. So you got to narrow it down. So keep that in mind, okay? Let's go back and put the address of the sample that we're going to be doing today, Southwest 121. Now, if I wanted to put avenue, I could put AV or I could put AVE or maybe I could put this, but I don't know if the public record has avenue all spelled out. So that's why I say less is better. If you come up with too many choices, maybe you do want to put AV. Okay? But we said it's here. I noticed something. Here's the property tax record of this property. But here, did you notice it says MLS listing info? You know what that means? The property has been on the MLS or is on the MLS. And you need to check that because you're not able to solicit business, okay, from a property that is currently being marketed. You're not allowed to reach out to the seller. You need to reach out to the listing agent. Okay. But look, this one says closed sale in 2019, meaning that at one point in time it was. If it's been on the MLS more than once, right below this part here where I'm circling, you're going to have a little square that's going to tell you how many times it's been on the MLS. If they bought it and they sold it, if they took it off the market, if the listing expired, if they rented the property, how many times they rented it. But let me go back to property tax. So I'm going to show you the first type of comparative market analysis that we should do. And people sometimes ask me, okay, which one should I do? I do all 3. You know why I do all 3? Because I like to get an idea of what each system tells me to develop a trend, to decide which comparable is the closest to the subject property. So they say it's always a good idea to go preview the property before you go and actually do your listing presentation, unless you know the property. And especially if the seller's telling you, oh, we remodeled the bathrooms and we did new flooring, we built a pool, we built an extension. You want to do comparables based on apples to apples. Now, you see here where it says find comparables? You should do this. Find comparables. Okay? The system is going to automatically find comparables. But I want to show you something, Iala. You should leave it as a default subdivision to start. And the last 6 months. Why? Because appraisers will only, good morning, Allie. We're connected on Zoom. Go ahead. Okay, so I'm multitasking here. You know that, right? So
And
let
the
me.
lot size, you keep it at 50 or you change it to 20?
Right now, I only leave it like this.
Okay, because I had it defaulted at 20.
Right. I don't know why she had it there, but and if you're looking at a condo, lot size wouldn't apply,
Okay.
just so you know. But you see where I put sold in the last 6 months and same subdivision? Okay, I'm gonna set that as your default, Iala. So let's see. Check it out. Nothing has been sold in the last 6 months. The observation that Nikki just did, let's go to 20% lot. Update the criteria because, by the way, I think your property, from what I saw, has a very large yard. Yes or no? Okay, let's go back to property tax. It has 7,500 square foot lot. Here it is. And I don't know why it says here 4,500. Maybe it's because of the zoning. Just by the sheer picture, it looks like a pretty big lot. It looks like a double lot, even though it's an irregular size. So you got to look at all these things. So let's go back to comparables here for a minute.
Mine was different than...
Because maybe you're looking at another property. So let's keep, oh, and you're in a different tab right now. So property tax is this tab.
But it didn't sell. What are those little stuff?
Right, but you might be in a different property address.
Mhm.
Same one. Okay, that means that your map view is different. She's looking, look what you could do. You can zoom in or you can zoom out. So that's going to change the view of the map, but you're in the same property. But that's a good observation because you could do aerial view. You could do parcel property view. You see that?
Wow.
Okay. So I normally leave it in aerial view. But it's up to you. Anyway, let's go back here for a second. Find comparables. The lot size 50%. Let's go down to 20. Let's set it as the default. But as it is, let me put this up here. Look, there's no comparables. So when you don't have comparables in the same subdivision in the last 6 months, like you see here, you need to take it up to half a mile. Update criteria. Let's see. There was one sale, one for 610. Okay. And there was another sale for 110. We don't know what this means per se, what type of a home, if this was a distressed sale, et cetera, et cetera. If it has an R, that means a real estate company did this sale. If it doesn't have an R, that means they sold direct owner to owner. But we only got 2. How about if we go out a mile? No, you can't. And the reason why you shouldn't be going back a year, it's a good question, is because appraisers are not going to go back a year. They rather expand the search area, but in the last 6 months, because the market changes. So now we put 1 mile. Okay, there was one for 610 and there was one for 899. Obviously, when you're studying this, you need to look at each of these and see how that compares. This looks pretty similar to that other house without even seeing it. And you check this out, look. It was sold at some point, rented, and then it was sold again. So you're able to come in and see each detail. And if you want to see the pictures and the whole 9 yards, what you do is you copy the MLS number, you go back to the MLS and search in detail. But that's not what we're doing for this class. So I'm going to finish here for a second. And I mean, we could go beyond a mile, but if you go beyond a mile, the neighborhood might change altogether. But you have to toggle and try different combinations. Look, now we have a bunch of homes. You'd have to look at each of them. So let's say, for example, I don't think this 899 or this 300 is what I'm looking for. So let's unclick. Maybe 682, forget about 735, forget about 820. There's $1 million home. I don't think it's the same type of home. This area, is this Cutler Bay?
No.
What is area is this? Palmetto Bay? South Miami Heights? Okay. So we have to compare apples to apples. So look, right now, I got a 680, let's go back. I got a 610, forget about this 110, 682, 670. Let me take the 797 out. So I got a little range here. So this, you should go ahead and print it or save as a PDF. And you're going to use this to compare against the comparables in the MLS and see if you come up with similar. Because the IMAP public record only gives you the closed sales, whereas the MLS gives you active, active with contract, pending sale, and closed sale and expired listing. So you look at the total picture. Okay.
Sorry, what is the difference between estimated range based on value and estimated?
They're estimating it projected sale versus comparable properties. And you have a range, high, low, medium, average. But again, in order to really do it in depth, you got to open up each one of these and see each property compared to the one that you're trying to list. But at least you have an idea. So you can download the comps, you can email it, you can save it, so on and so forth. Okay, so it downloaded it here. Now we are going to go, let's get out of here for a moment. We're going to go to the MLS itself and we're going to search single family condo, right? Nikki, I'm so sorry. You had a question?
No. It's just you have so many comparable properties and I only have 2.
Okay, but it might be that you did not extend the range to 1 mile or 2 miles, perhaps. So you have to play around with it. Right now, if I give everybody here the same address and we all go and do this exercise, everybody's going to come up with different information. Why? Because appraising is an art. It's not a science. You're going to look at it one way. I'm going to look at it another way. He's going to look at it another way. Okay. Yeah. So now we're in the MLS, right? So to do a comparable, we're going to do active, coming soon, active with contract. We're going to do pending sales and we're going to do closed sales. Do you know what the difference between active with contract and pending is? Does anybody know?
Because no get made an offer is still available and pending offer.
Yes and no. Active with contract means they're entertaining backup offers. Because it's going maybe through inspection. It's the loan is being underwritten, whereas pending means we don't want any more backup offers. We passed inspection, we passed appraisal, it's ready to go. In our company, we never ever put pending. We put active with contract. Why? Because even up to the date of closing, you can get other offers on the table. Have you ever had a contract fall apart the day of closing? Many times I've had. So if you have backup offers, plus you're still receiving marketing calls. When you're receiving marketing calls, you can convert them and sell them something else. Capiche? So that's the reason. Okay, so this is a single family, so it's important to outline if this is a single family, if this is a condo villa. So I'm gonna mark single family. And I go to the second column, and you see up here where it says map search. You could go to the map search and you could do a search from a certain street to a certain street from a certain avenue. Typically, I start here. I want to see a quarter of a mile from the subject property. Southwest, 121, AV. Now, notice what I just did. I didn't finish the address. The system is asking me, do I mean this or do I mean this? Both of them are the same, but sometimes you might get 121st Avenue, 121st Court, 121st, whatever, place. Do you know that if an address is on an avenue, how do you determine what an avenue is? Do you know of a CPA, a certified public accountant? If the street is Court, CPA, Place, CPA, or Avenue, CPA, that's an avenue. Anything else is a street. So that's the trick. CPA, Court, Place, Avenue is an avenue. Whereas street will always say street. Or circle, or terrace, or boulevard. Very good observation. Good. Okay, so here, look at this. You need to click, Yala, you need to click here. You need to click here. Because if not, it doesn't pick up. Did you understand what I'm saying? You can't put the full address here. I'm going to do this again because people say, I don't get anything. Okay, look. 19610 Southwest 121. AV, and I look. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's this one, for example. Now look how many. I only got 2. That's not enough, is it? But then again, we're only a quarter of a mile. Why don't we go up to half a mile? Let me see what I got here. Now I got 3. Forget it. That's not enough. How about if we go 1 mile? You know what that's telling me? Number 1, there's very little inventory in today's market. And number 2, there's not a lot of competition. Now we got 26, Iala. How many bedrooms does this property have? Uh-oh. Let's go back to public record. 5 bedrooms and 3 baths. Is that legal? Is this truly a single family home or is this a duplex?
No. It's a single family home, but they have, when you go down, you're gonna see that they have, no.
No, I'm gonna go to the property tax. Thank you for that observation. Okay, it's zoned residential single family. Everything here says single family, but let's see if they added. I don't see anything here that they added per se. I might be mistaken. Yeah, when you don't find it in IMAP, you're gonna have to go to Miami-Dade property appraiser's office. Not a big deal, but let's keep going here, okay? So look at this, Iala, 26 properties. I'm curious. I want to see the 26 properties that the system brought up. Okay. I want you to see there's multi-million-dollar properties. So what happens with that?
Is this in a quarter or in a half a mile?
We went, I think, half a mile. Let's go back.
No, no, I think.
Yeah, and then maybe half a mile is too far. So we're gonna do it differently. Yeah, we went 1 mile. Forget about this. I'm gonna clear the map. Capiche? Now let's go to the map. And based on where the property is, we're gonna jump to the address because you know you could cross a street and you could have mansions on one side and retail on another and factories in another. No, that's in Hialeah, not here. Anyway, Southwest 121 Avenue, Miami, Florida. Look, there is this property. Okay. Now, you see, this is, I guess, east of Quail Roost. Maybe the homes west are valued more. I'm not familiar with the neighborhood. So another important thing is to be familiar with the neighborhood. Maybe you do a drive-by or something like this. So why don't we reduce it to this area here? What do you think? Right? And we could do it also based on the folio number, the subdivision or the section. But let's try this way first. So I'm going to click on Polygon. And I'm going to start here and I'm going to bring it here. And you see, I'm doing a mapping up to Caribbean Boulevard. There. Okay, cool. Now let me go back to criteria. What do I got now? I got 13 homes. Why don't we look at these 13 homes? So this is another way of doing it. Okay. Let's put the status here. I got 2 active, 1 active with contract, closed sales and pending sales. So I have 1 being sold for $595. I have 1 being sold for $599.5. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is in South Miami Heights. That's another way you could search by the subdivision name. But we pretty much, I think we've narrowed it down. So here's one, here's another, South Miami Heights, and here's another one, closed sale. South Miami Heights, another one. Quail Roost sub, put it, let's see how this one compares. We're gonna look at it. 550, 530. I'm not even going to contemplate the 385 or the 407 or the 515 for that matter, personally. I'm going to do this one. And I don't know, this is a different subdivision, line growth. So now I want to narrow it down. So I'm going to refine. Let's narrow it. Now let's look at each of these properties. And you have to go in here on the MLS number and you gotta check out. I look at the price. I look at how many days on the market, 34 days. And I also look if there's been a price reduction, it'll tell you here at the bottom. Okay. And then I start looking at the pictures. I love looking at the pictures. Okay. And I say, okay, this compares to the house that I'm about to sell, blah, 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 blah. So we'll keep that one. I'm doing this quickly. You should take more time. So again, we look at the price. We look at days on market, 50 days, and it has the original, no, the original price was excuse me, 17,500. And now they've reduced the price to 599, 500. And here are the pictures of this one. Blah, 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 blah. Look, it's been remodeled. Blah, 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 blah. They did some virtual staging here, etc., etc., etc. This one is active with contract. It was on the market 29 days, 587. They increased the price. It went from 587 to 597. It's a vacant home. Very desirable. Look at this, nicely remodeled. Ta 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 ta. And you know what I do with a property like this? I go to IMAP because I get curious and I see what did they buy it for. Check it out. There's no price here, so you have to go to the public record, check out the warranty deed, et cetera, et cetera. This leads me to understand because they bought this property. No, they bought it in 2012. But sometimes you see they bought it 6 months ago and you know that it was an investor that bought it to fix and flip it. Okay, so let's go back here and close this out. I'm back here. So I'm gonna keep this one, right? Then this one was 535, sold for 556 in 2 days. Check it. This is a great area. No association, right? Close to Quail Roost, and I would assume the Turnpike. I'm not familiar with this area. This one was 547, and check this out. It sold for 554 in 7 days. Love that. And here's this other one. I mean, I'm doing this pretty quickly, but you should be able to study each home. All the kitchen has quartz or granite, stainless steel, new light fixtures, new flooring. So that's a good one. This one sold for 610. Okay, 7 days on the market. Original list price 600. That means there must have been a bidding war. Even though it closed, let me see. It was conventional, but had no seller contribution. So you should be looking at that as well. Okay, so this one looks a little bit like the one you're planning to list. Huge yard. It's been remodeled somewhat. Yeah. Okay.
How much,
The what?
19, living, yeah?
1900. Yeah, that's another thing you're going to factor in. And when you do the comparative market analysis, you could do adjustments. If this one only has 4-bedroom, 1 bath, and yours has 5-bedroom, 2 bath, we can, or 5-3, we can adjust. Typically for each bedroom, I would increase the value about 7,000, give and take, and each bathroom 6,000 to be very conservative. So you can adjust up or you can adjust down. But I'm doing this quickly because we're in the middle of the class. Okay. This one sold for 548 in 99 days. This needs a little bit of touch up. Okay. But it's okay because maybe the one you're going to look at hasn't been nicely remodeled. This sold for 555 in 44 days. They started at 599. Okay. Also needs a little bit of upgrading, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the last one, this one sold for 530 in 100 days. So you know what? Depending on the condition of the property you're going to look at, see, this one needs remodeling, has old floors, it's got mirrors, older kitchen, the bathroom hasn't been redone. You could tell this is an original bathroom, right, Iala? Okay, etc. But it's good to compare what a fully remodeled home does. Oh, look, it has like a little studio efficiency, very popular here in South Florida. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to agent display. And I'm gonna go back to actions. There's 2 ways to do this, and I want you to look at the screen. You can export a zip file. And you come here and you put RE1, RE2, CMA export. RE1 is single family. RE2 is condo, townhouse, villa. CMA export. So right now it's going to create a zip file in my downloads. With Cloud CMA, you are supposedly able to drag that zip file entirely. Recently, we had problems. There was a glitch. So guess what I did? You see these MLS numbers here? Okay. hold on. I think what I did was I print to PDF. I don't remember if I did it as a print to PDF. And then I think I copied it. Yeah, but I had to do like one by one. But what I'm gonna do for the sake of the class, I'm gonna print this. There's a reason why I'm doing this way. Because now when I go to Cloud CMA, if for some reason the zip file doesn't work, I could always plug in these MLS numbers. Ricardo, can you do me the favor of bringing what I just printed? Okay, so now we're ready to do the actual CMA. Let's go back to Cloud CMA. So again, we're creating a CMA. I'm going to click there. So it's very easy. I'm going to put the name of the client. You know the name of your client, but I don't. So we have Ovidio Venero and Jesus Venero. Okay, the brother from what I understand. Okay, so Ovidio, I'm just going to put Ovidio. Hold on, Ovidio what? Venero. I'm back to Cloud CMA, Venedo and Jesus. Oh, with an R. Venero and Jesus, right? No, wait a minute. Oh, you call him Benjamin. Okay.
Yeah, for the B.
Okay.
This is Benjamin.
Benjamin Venero. You could put private notes here. For example, lead from Irelis and Iala or something like that. They will never see this.
Yeah,
Okay. 19610 Southwest 121 Avenue. Here it is. Now click on it. The reason why you got to click on it, it's supposed to auto-populate the information. So I got to put it in manually because it didn't auto-populate. Okay. So again, we go back and you tell me that we have 5 bedrooms, correct? 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Yes? No?
5-3, yeah.
5-3. And does the tax record reflect 5-3 or not? Hi. We have another ugly sweater competitor coming in.
Another one. That one would have been the winner.
That would have been the winner, right?
I chose that
Okay.
one.
Okay, so I'm gonna, I don't see the 5-bedroom, 3-bath. There's something wrong with this IMAP record, but I'm gonna trust you because you know the home. So 5-bedroom, 3-bath, and the living area, how much living area do we have? 4,513 square feet?
No. The living, I have Miami-Dade,
Okay, tell me what Miami-Dade County shows.
2,250.
Okay, so she went to the property appraisers. So she
Yeah.
went to miamidade.gov and she went to do what is called a property search. So this is a good option as well. Okay, and we're gonna put the address here. So you might want to check this out as well because sometimes the thing is not up to date here, so it's good to compare. So let me see. There it is. Okay, so you click on the folio number. And by the way, you could also do the search with the folio number. In other words, the municipality is the first 2. The area is 69. The section is 01. So you could search properties only by this. 30, which is the municipality. 69, which is the area where the property is located. 01, which is the section. But we kind of found everything in that pocket when we did the map. 009 is the subdivision. And 0770 is the individual parcel of the property itself. So yes, 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,250 square feet. Capiche? Okay, so let's go back to Cloud CMA. And by the way, you can add a picture. So if we happen to have a picture of that property, and the best way to do something like this is 19610 Southwest 121 Ave. There's the property. Check it out. Do you know that if you don't have a picture of the property, you could pull it up, save image as. Why is my internet so slow today? Here it is. I'm going to put it in my downloads, okay? And it's a web page. Yeah. Let me do 19610 Southwest 121 Ave. And it's saved as a web page. But now that I'm opening it up as a web page, I could probably save it as a JPEG. Mira, there it is. Now I'm going to save it as an image. So you saw how I look for it? Now you're able to upload the image to personalize your Cloud CMA. So I just went to Google and put the address, pulled up an image, downloaded it, and then I opened it up and I saved it as an image. So let's come back here. Now I'm going to add the picture. Or you go by the property. Is this, I'm trying to remember, is this, which is, I think this is JPEG. There it is. Look how pretty. So now you have this. Now we're ready. Please don't do a quick and dirty, because quick and dirty is like Zillow and it's going to just pull up something in an area and you might have multi-million-dollar homes. Now, supposedly we can put the MLS numbers here, or we can browse and bring in the zip file. Remember the zip file?
Wow.
But let me see what happens when I'm ready, and I'm going to move my cursor here. Fetch listings, what happens? And if it's not working, I'm going to report it to Cloud CMA. So it's fetching, and supposedly see undefined method. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this to report it to the folks at Cloud CMA. But when there's a will, there's a way. So now I'm going, see, it erased it. Remember those MLS numbers we talked about?
Yeah.
Which I printed it, that you could copy paste, but for the sake of this class, I am just gonna go ahead, 1148 4447. I think I got it, A11484447. Okay, Nicole, can you dictate the other numbers to me, please? No, here they are. The second number.
Yes. A11475477.
Remember, we're recording this. Next, A.
11452023.
Okay, did you notice that I'm going line by line? A.
11363182.
Next, A.
F.
Oh, F. Very good observation. When the MLS begins with an A, it's a realtor that belongs to Miami Association of Realtors. When it begins with an F, they belong to what's the name of the other board? I think Beaches MLS or the Fort Lauderdale, the Greater Fort Lauderdale board. If it begins with an RX, it's Beaches MLS, which is Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie. So depending on the letter is depending. And by the way, the Cloud CMA maybe wasn't coming in because the folks from F, from Greater Fort Lauderdale, do not share their feed. but I'm not gonna get into that as to why they do or they don't. Okay, so what's the F again?
1, 0, 3, 8, 7, 4, 9, 7.
Okay, cool. Next.
A,
Mhm.
1, 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 7.
Cool. And
A,
uh-huh,
1, 1, 3, 9, 5, 4, 9, 3.
9, 3. And
A, 1, 1, 5, no, 4, 5,
okay, start again. A,
1, 1,
uh-huh,
4, 5,
okay,
0, 0,
0, 0,
9, 5.
9, 5.
And the last one. A,
A.
1, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 8, 5.
Cool. We're set. Ready? Fetch listings. Now, in this listing, okay, you're gonna notice that we might have to do adjustments, and I'm not gonna go too much into adjustments, but look at the summary. 2 active listings, active with contract, and sold. Great. And it gives you a map. We did a pocket here across. So it's all in the same vicinity east of Quail Roost. Now you'll notice this one has 4 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 3, 4, 4, 3, and 6. I could do adjustments. So for example, 4 bedroom. Let's go to adjustments. You could add a note, and I'm going to put bedroom plus, because that one only has 4, but mine has 5. What is the value? It's 548. I'm gonna put $7,000 because it has an extra bedroom. So now the value went up to 555. Capiche? And you could do the same thing for the bathrooms. You want to do the bathroom?
Yeah, please.
Okay, let's do the bathroom. So the next adjustment is bathroom plus. If it's one less, I could put less. So because then it'll deduct it. So let's say 6,000 for a bathroom.
Okay.
Now it went up to 561. Now it's apples to apples. That comparable, I tweaked it where if it had 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, the value would be this instead of 548 that we started with. So let's do the same thing over here. Cool. And you could put notes. This house was remodeled, blah, 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 blah. You could personalize it. So again, bedroom plus, we said 7,000. And oh, wait a minute, bedroom plus. Okay, no plus. Sorry. Bathroom less. No, more. Sorry. 6,000 we said, right? You know, maybe Ricardo does it and he only gives 5,000 for a bathroom. That's okay. Everybody's going to look at it differently. Okay, this one has 3 bathrooms, but it only has 4 bedrooms. So we're going to do another adjustment. Okay, so bedroom plus 7,000. We only need to do one adjustment because this one has 3 bathrooms. Capiche? This one, check it out, only has 3. So let's go ahead and add 2 bedrooms. So bedrooms plus, and I'm gonna do 2, so it's 14,000, right? And we gotta add a bathroom. Bathroom plus 6,000. Now it brought up the value to 550. This one has 4 bedrooms, so we're gonna do this. Bedroom plus 7,000 because it only has 4, and your house that you're gonna do the comparable has 5. Okay, hold on a second for square footage. Okay, where am I? I lost my track of thought, but good question. This one has, what is it? Okay, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Let me do the analytical will come out. So we added a bathroom. Did we add one here for 2? Okay, we gotta add the bathroom. 6,000. Save. We got a couple more and we're done. Okay, here we're gonna add 1 bedroom plus save. And we have to add 1 bathroom, right? But the next one is an interesting one. Because the next one has, oh no, not this one. This one we gotta do 2. This has been a great one because you've been able to see what it's like. Bedroom plus 2, and it's $14,000. And we gotta add a bathroom, right? Plus, okay, and that's 6,000. Save. So now the value went up to 619. Now look at this one, 6 bedrooms. So we're gonna do an adjustment and we're gonna take it down. So bedroom minus and 7,000 minus. The minus goes at the beginning. So the value was 595. Now it went down to 588. And how many bathrooms this one had? 2. So let's give them a credit. This is what an appraisal does, exactly this. It brings each home to the same standard as the property. Okay, so 594. Okay, so now, based on this up here, wait a minute. I lost my position here. Here it is. I'm looking at the map differently. You could put a set price or you could put a range. You can even do a net sheet. I'm not going to go into the net sheet of the expenses for closing. So forget about net sheet for the sake of this class. So look at my average, 586. My high is 623. But there's no inventory. I think there was only 1 for sale or 2 for sale. So I would safe to say, and not going in depth, that this property will probably sell between 599. I like to put a range, and 615. That's me. What would you value it at?
20 because the lot is huge.
The lot is huge, very
It's 12,000. It's 12,000 and it has a
fabulous observation because of the lot size. And we could also compare the lot size here when we're doing adjustments. So here, does it say my lot size, Marlene? Where is this one? Oh, there it is. No, that one, no, it's good comparable. This one here only has 7,500. So this, we have to increase the lot. Plus, so the difference is about, yours has about 12,000 and this one has 7,500. So we need to increase, let's say 4,500 plus, okay? So the value went up because we gave it more lot. This one has 9,000. That could be left like that. This one has 10,800. That's good. This one has 7,000. Here we should do an adjustment. So 12,000 minus,
4,000.
yeah, about 4,000. Let's go ahead. Wait a minute. Am I in the right one? Yeah, let's go ahead and add about 4,000. Lot plus 4,000. If you're gonna take it away, you have to put a minus at the beginning. Okay, let's see this one. This one has 10,700. And that's it. So going back to what you recommend based on what you're telling me, we're gonna go 620 to 623. Give and take. By the way, before you go see somebody to do a listing presentation, you should make it a practice of asking them, how much are you looking to sell your property for? Because then when you do the comparables, you want to see how realistic they're being. Where did you get that price? Oh, I went to Zillow. You know that Zillow is never up to date. This is reality. Zillow is fiction, and I'm sorry to say that, but it is. This is reality. This is real time. So now we're ready. Customize the report. This beautiful report. And by the way, I just realized I did the report in my cloud CMA, not Iala's.
No, we can do it.
No, it's okay because you could do it and just print your cover page. Okay, sorry about that. It's okay. So I want you to see that I am using, if I'm not mistaken, there's all sorts of templates here. Okay. I basically go, it's going to have the title page, the map, the summary, the details, the first dozen pictures, because if not, there's too much. The sold property analysis, the suggested list price, contact me. But we did adjustments, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. So let me look for the analysis. And I want, see, it has average price per square foot. Let's add that. We have comparable property analysis, but I want to find the first impression, my marketing plan. You can add all these things afterward. You can personalize them. Adjustments. I want the adjustments in the equation. Okay. And look at the average list price. Let me take it up here. Before I tell them, here, average price per square foot, sold property, suggested list price, and contact me, or what is next. I like to leave it with that. I gotta find where is next. Staging, why you need a real estate professional. You could put your marketing plan, guidance. Okay, if it's a short sale, you can add selling your home in a tough market. There's all sorts of things that you could do here. Town ferry pages, marketing proposal. I mean, you can customize all these things. There was one that says, what's next? That I'm trying to find. What is a CMA? I like what is a CMA. Okay, you could put your resume in here. Time to sell. First impression, showing. I don't find the one that says what is next. There used to be something called what is next. Like to get started, what do we need to do? I gotta find it. Let me publish the report. And even after you publish it, you can edit it, you could tweak it, you could change it. So it's publishing, it's publishing, it's publishing, it's publishing. So you'll be able to present it live. You can view a PDF. You can email the report. What I usually do is I email the report to myself. Then I email it to the customer from my branded email. Okay, the report is ready. Are we ready? View the PDF. Now, isn't this a beautiful report? Except it's under my name. So we have to do a cover page for you. And because you're not going to do all this all over again. Here's the map. And it summarized the sold listings pending active. It summarized it. You asked me per square foot. You see how beautiful? And every page is branded to you. So yes, we're going to have to do this report again under your cloud CMA. Don't worry, we'll do it. But you already have, okay? So it's got the first 12 pictures. Look at the price adjustments. It added an extra bedroom, an extra bathroom, percentage of change, etc., etc., etc. So for each listing that we did an adjustment, you could tell the homeowner, hey, we're really comparing apples to apples here. Okay. Here's the next one. Okay, so the actual price, 610, with the adjustments that we added or we deducted, the value went up to 623. Etc., etc., etc. So I want to take you to the end. Okay, here's the comparable. Okay, let's go to the last property. So again, you have to be very meticulous to make sure you give correct information. So here it did some statistics, and it even tells you the average days on market, how you started and how you adjusted it. Okay. Then it gave you an overall per square foot. Isn't this cool? Then it gave you an analysis. It's taking about 50 days on average to sell in this neighborhood because there was a home here that took 100 days. Maybe at the end of the day, you want to take this home out of here. Maybe you don't. But it's good to look at the entire picture. And they've been selling above list price. And this is your suggested list price for the owner. And what is a CMA? I like to put this at the end and then contact me. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit. So how do you edit? I got to go back here to customize. Oh, back to CMAs. And I'm going to edit. You see this thing of what is a CMA? Before you start looking at a CMA, you should technically put it on top. Now we're going to publish the report again. And by the way, this template that I just did here, you could save templates depending on the home. And when I say the template is in the order that your CMA is going to always print. So you do the individual CMA, but then you choose that template. Okay, so wait until it's finished. Okay. Wait until it's finished. There it is. So now the CMA, if we go all the way, well, no, not all the way. It's got how many pages, Marlene? 42 pages, perfect. The beautiful leather binder book that we do is, hold on, how do I start? What is a CMA? This is at the beginning. Here it is. I think there it is. So you have your cover page, you have your comparative marketables, and then what is a CMA, then it goes into details. Or you could put this over here and that over there. Or you could view live like we did earlier. Isn't this beautiful? When you do live, you got to make sure your resume is here. The information about our company is already in there. What is a CMA? What is the MLS? The comparables, average. Isn't this a beautiful interactive if you're going to email to somebody? So I think we're done with our class. Oh, let me, hold on, back to CMAs, and I want to show you how to save the template. I'm going to edit. When you go to customize, that you customize what you did, we're going to save the template. Look at this. You see the theme, cover, Okay. We're going to go to template. And you're going to use one of these if you want. Or you could do a simple, I have saved several different, I could do a quick CMA, a mini CMA, I could do a simple. This one, I'm going to do a custom. Okay. So this custom, I'm going to save it. CMA with adjustments, for example. And I'm going to save it because in this particular one, I did adjustments. So my adjustment page is included. So in the future, I could decide to do that one. So look, the template now is CMA because I did adjustments. I can also print this without adjustments and not include it, but the adjustments were important. So I'm going to publish it again, save it, and we are done. Okay? And then we're going to print it and we're going to put it in the leather binder, but we have to do it again because I mistakenly did it from my cloud CMA.
Question.
Yes.
¿Cómo se puede, how can I make an adjustment, for the living area?
For the living area?
Yeah, because what happened, for example, in this specific case,
Mhm.
the final report says that the square footage is 316. And when I make a calculation.
316 or 3,000?
No.
Oh, per square foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
300 per square footage, 316 per square footage. So I made a calculation. They have 20,250. When I make a calculation, that gave me like a 7. You know, it's 7, yeah.
The square, okay, you're talking about the
700.
square footage because we can make an adjustment on square
Exactly,
footage
how
as
to
well.
make an adjustment, because if they. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. El problema es que si ellos ven ese CMA and they say, hey, you're telling me that as per the CMA is 300 per square foot, when I made the math, this is the value of my property. And this is
Okay.
what you're recommending. So-
Yes, there is a way to adjust square footage. Let me see if I can
I
find when
know,
we do the
pero-
adjustments.
Because of the living area, that is.
Okay, so let's go to adjustments, for example, the first property. Okay, this property has square footage 1724. So the idea behind that will be square footage plus. How much is your home? 2,600. Okay, so wait a minute, 2,600 approximately is your home, and this one is 17, what is it? Hello? 1724. There's a difference of 876 square feet. So here, if I add 876 square feet, and the value of 876 square feet is 316 per square foot, it's gonna increase it way too much. Okay, because right now, you're already evaluating the size of the lot and how many bedrooms. To evaluate the price per square foot would be a little bit more difficult because we can't evaluate it with the same amount. We have to determine the replacement cost in construction of 876. Construction cost is about $150 right now. Times 876, we're talking about 131,000. It's impossible that it's going to increase to that amount.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure there is a way, and for the sake of this class, I'm not gonna get into doing the whole mathematics,
Yeah.
but I am going to research what happens when you have to compare square footage versus number of bedrooms versus lot size. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but the ratio is gonna vary because this is giving you an average. Okay, and even if this house has a lot more, remember, it's gonna go based on the comparables in the area. Okay? Okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing. And I hope everybody that was connected here enjoyed the class. You have to practice. In other words, you should go ahead and try to do a comparative market analysis on your home, on a neighbor's home, on a home in an area that you are actually looking to farm. And the more comparative market analysis you do, the better you're going to get at it. And every one of them is going to be different. And like I said at the beginning of the class, if each of us do comparative market analysis on the same address, we're all going to come up with different numbers. That's just the nature. The good thing is that we have low inventory and it's going to sell one way or the other, unless you extremely overprice it. Okay. Well, I'll leave you for now. Our ugly sweater party is about to begin, and we have, let me surprise you, Chef Savvy has come in and done an arroz con pollo a la chorrera with platanitos maduro and a tomato balsamic salad. So come on down, okay? And come on down and enjoy the festivities today at Canvas Real Estate Miami Lakes. Happy holidays to everybody. Ciao, ciao.